What's up YouTube? This is Joe from Team Death Meta giving you a deck list update today. Um, this is an update on my favorite deck, the Galaxy deck, and it has a huge improvement thanks to the ban list, sets coming out. It's a really good budget deck, nearly, because of the new Megatins. And so literally guys, you can make this deck if you literally think about prices of cards in the way that I do, and how comparing them to what they used to be and how they are now. You can make this deck. If you really want to make this deck, I say literally go for it 100%. Just go all out and make this deck. It will get support in the future. It will be better. It will keep getting better. And so with all that said and done, I'm here to share with you guys my current version of Galaxies. It's very turbo. I call it Galaxion Turbo. It's probably a thing already, and I feel like I've just made it up, but no, it's probably not. And so, with all that said and done, I'm gonna run through the deck, explain some choices, and yeah, there you go. 3 Photon Dragons. I always like to run 3. I tried to. I felt 2 is just not good enough. It doesn't ruin the consistency, and yet it does ruin the consistency because we go max expeditions and at least 2 trade-ins. Going down 1 galaxy size is quite a big hindrance to the deck than you might think. Yeah, we don't dead draw it as much, but then we dead draw these much. Well, more. So I feel like keeping it 3 and then keeping these 3 and 2, it just helps the deck be as consistent as possible, and in a way reduces the amount of dead draws. Or deadly dead draws. And so with that, I've got 3 Galaxy Eyes, 2 Knights. Since I've gone down to 2, I've never felt the urge of going back up to 3. I might go up to 3, maybe just to try it out when the OCG Galaxy support comes over here in the TCG. But even then, I might just stick with 2 still, because we can search him out faster and it becomes less of a dead draw. Unless we max out trading at that point, which I might try out just to really try and make it as fast as possible. We're still going at 2. I do see people running at 3, and I understand why you're running at 3. It is literally a monster reborn for Galaxy Eyes. But I feel still think even with that in mind, it's very dead. It can be very dead at times, and so I go with 2, and it's very good at 2. 3 Galaxy Wizards. Gotta have 3 Galaxy Wizards. You gotta have it now, and you definitely 100% gotta have it in the future. It searches out nearly everything in the deck other than the Photon stuff, and even then we got cards to search them out. And so you gotta have 3 wizards. Search out your expeditions if you need to. You can add a Galaxy Eyes to your hand to go for a trade if you really have to. I try to avoid that as much as possible because I'm using up a normal summon. To just draw 2 cards, which then I will probably need the Galaxy Wizards on the field if I draw into expedition. So, but it goes into all our rank 8 players and goes into our help class, goes into our rank 4 players, and it's just an extremely good card. So we've got to have it 3 flashes and 3 crushes. This is the Photon engine now. Because of literally, I'm going to go into this early, because we now run 2 reinforcements of the armies, the Photon engine is that much better and tolerable until the OCG stuff comes in. And even then, because if we still have 2 rotors at that time, we now have 2 possible builds that are very consistent for Galaxy Photons. We could either go into a rank 5-8 build with the OCG support, or the rank 4-8 build with the Photon engine. And because of that, having 3 Photon crashes is now a must. You can go down to 2 crashes. Even I thought about going down to 2 crashes. I think I tried it out and I just didn't like it. I like to make this as much. I want to go into Galaxion as soon as possible and make it Galaxion as consistent as possible. And to do that, you gotta have 3 Thrashers and you gotta have 3 Crushers. If you draw into a Thrasher late game, yeah, you could be dead, but then again, if your field somehow goes away, you got a Thrasher in your hand special summon. And if you have a soul charge or something like that, you can go into further plays and just go all out and crazy. Um, so 3 Thrashers and 3 Crushers for rank 4 plays, that's all it is. Don't tribute them for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. I know Kaito does it in anime, and I know it's cool to do, but no, just don't do it. It's just, you're wasting field advantage. You'd be better off going to, just going to Galaxion tribute thing, detachment material and special summon characters. Never do that. Just for all you new players out there still. For the rest of the monsters, we got 1 Guardian of Order, helps with our Ancate plays, and trading target. 1 Summoner Monk. Ever since I put him in here, I just don't want to take him out. He's just so good. He's such a good early game, first game, and because of the 5 card hand rule for turn 1, Monk helps with that because we have so many spells in our deck, and there will probably be a dead spell in our hand. It will probably be an expedition opening hand that we can't do with. So we go into our Monk, we ditch the spell, go into a level 4. If you forget that. Don't ditch Galaxy Expedition, because if you go Monk, ditch another spell, go into Wizard, then make him a level 8, go into Expedition, and then go into our Felground first turn. And then you still have a Monk on the field for next turn if need be. So Monk makes every spell in our deck consistent, if you think about it. And that's why I love Summoner Monk. So I keep him at 1, 2's too much. And 1 Honest because all of our boss monsters are lights. For the spells, we have 1 Sanctuary because it helps us get into our Galaxy Eyes plays faster, and it's just a very good card, and you can combo it with Overlord of Heliopolis. So 1 Sanctuary, I feel like bumping up to 2 here and there, but I always just go back to 1 anyway and stick with 1 because I feel like 1's better. 2 XL Light, I'm never taking this out. I'm never taking it out. 2, I feel 2 is a must. You gotta run it at 2. You gotta go into your Wizard if you can as far as possible. Because even though the Galaxion Turbo, even though it is Galaxion Turbo, you still want to go into Wizard as soon as possible because he's the better play. Really. He's always the faster play. Galaxion is the better play, but it's a riskier play. But still, it pays off when it pays off. 3 Expedition, gotta have it. In my opinion, I always have it 1 at 3. You gotta have 1 at 3. Just gets out your Galaxy Eyes and then just goes into your big plays. 2 Reinforcements of the Army. I'm so glad I'm saying that now. It's just so good for the deck. Searches out all of our level 4 warriors and then our Thrashers and Crushers, and then just goes into our plays and thins our decks, and it's just crazy. Great card. 2 Trading. We've got level 8s in the deck. You've got to run trading. 2 Pot of Dichotomy or Duplicity in Japan. Dichotomy, I had it at 1, and because of the new set that came out, and because I managed to get 1 cheaper on eBay, Dichotomy is just, I want it to, it helps with the consistency because we don't have Avarice in the deck. It helps with the late game as well, and we can put back our Wizards, our Knights. Knight is probably the best thing to put back. Knight and Thrashers. Actually no, we can't put Thrasher and Knight at the same time. So we'll probably put like Wizard, Knight and Honest for the lols. And just keep the deck living. It's just such a good card. Helps for consistency as well, and it's just a great card. So I want it too. You can run it. One worked. One worked just as good, but I just like it at 2 now. Trying it to is going pure. 2 Soul Charge. Now you can take one of these out for a 0, but I'm trying out Soul Charge because we can just go into bigger plays late game or quite early game. And I'm just trying out Soul Charge. I might go back to 1 Soul Charge and 1 0, but until then I'm running it too. 2 is pretty good. You just see it more often that way, and just this helps. 2 Forbidden Lance, you gotta have Lance at 2. It's just because we got our big boss monsters and we want to protect them. We don't want them getting killed. And 1 MST. I like to keep the 1 MST, especially now since apparently Vanity's emptiness is a bigger thing now, and so we want to get rid of it because it kills us. So you got at least one MST. I would probably advise buffing up to 2 if you can. I might take out Wiretap maybe, just to make it faster. So until then, 1 MST. For the traps, 2 breakthrough skills we don't like monster effects, 1 torrential tribute to bomb the field, 1 bottomless to get rid of stuff, 1 warning to get rid of stuff, and 1 Wiretap to get rid of traps, because we don't like traps. For the extra deck, which is how this deck mostly shines, and all of our big boss monsters are, 2 Prime Photon. I really don't like. I like Neo Photon. I really do like Neo Photon, but I feel like Prime Photon is just so much better. It just does everything Neo Photon nearly does, but better. It's nearly as strong as it. It doesn't require as much materials and usage to bring it out, and it stuns your opponent a lot more than Neo Photon did. You can put Neo Photon in here if you wish and really want to. It doesn't ruin the deck at all. He's not a bad option. I just prefer Prime Photon more. So 2 Prime Photons, you've got to have it too. It's just it's just probably your best boss monster other than Felgrand. 2 Tachyon Dragons. You could take out one of these for Neo Photon if you wish. I feel like if you would take anything out, or if I were to take anything out, I'd probably take out a Tachyon Dragon for Neo Photon. 2 Tachyon Dragons, it's just the other option. He's a really good monster. He's still my favourite Phoenix Seas in the game because his design and artwork and everything about him is just amazing. So I run 2 Tachyons. 2 Felgrand Knights. I say if you're going to get this deck and if you're going to start with the extra deck, start off with the Prime Photons and the Knights. As soon as you get those and the Galaxions, as soon as you get those, anything else in the extra deck is all up to you. Those are the ones that you really need to make this deck work, and to keep up with the meta, and to really fight the meta. As sad as it is to say, because I am at heart a budget duelist, and me saying it, these expensive cards other than Galaxion is what you need to make the deck work is quite hard for me to say, so I do apologise. But they really are important for the deck, because these are the ones you're going to go into the most. Mostly Felgrand and Prime Photon if you can, if you know he's going to live and you can go for game. And he's best for Tomon with Galaxion. If you're going second, it's just so good, massive damage. 2 Felgrand, as I was saying, 2 Felgrand Knights, protection, negation, stun, all that kind of stuff. Still probably the best level 8, rank 8 in the game. 1 Heliopolis to bomb stuff, and 1 giant grinder to just grind away those exceeds. For the rank 4s, Silent Honor Arc, he's gone down in price, guys, so get him while you can. He's way cheaper than he used to be, so get him while you can. 1 Paladynamo because we've won level 4 lights. 2 Galaxion because again it's a Galaxion Turbo. 1 Castel, the Avian Sky Blaster, or Castel the Sky Blaster Musketeer. Very good rank 4. It's probably now a staple rank 4. So if you can get him, guys, I suggest get him. 1 Maestro deals with the hands, and 1 of this, I can never say his name, because I think it helps with the hands, but it also helps with other stuff as well. It can help with Compulse, that's targeting your Prime Photon, just target him instead or something else, and all that kind of stuff. For the side deck, this is my side deck, so if you want to take a look at it and see what you want to do with it, really. I do suggest a Curse of the Filament spells because Shadows are a thing. Royal Decree because traps are bad for us, and DNA surgery because Bujins. I'd probably recommend those the most, other than DD Warrior Lady, because we don't like the Evil Swarm matchup. But even now, XC's Encore is gone down in price, so I might pick up 2 copies myself. I did order a tin, so if I don't get any in tin, I'm going to probably order 2 copies myself and put them in here, because it does what DD Warrior Lady does, but faster, so, and doesn't use up our normal sum. So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoy the deck profile, and I will hope this helps, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.